Josh Allen, a guy throwing a football 80 yards with ease, but no one cares. That was Josh Allen's reality. While other future NFL stars were getting bombarded with college offers, this farm kid from the middle of nowhere, California, couldn't get a single Division I school to look his way. But here's the crazy part. The guy who nobody wanted is now one of the NFL's most explosive quarterbacks. And it all started on a tiny cotton farm. Long before he was dodging NFL linebackers, Josh Allen was dodging chores on his family's cotton farm in Firebaugh, California. Born on May 21st, 1996, Allen didn't grow up with the usual kid stuff. No neighborhood buddies to bike around with, no fancy training camps, just 3 acres of cotton fields and plenty of work to be done. His dad, Levon, had a simple rule. If you want to play sports, you've got to finish your farm work first. That meant Josh's day usually started by dragging irrigation pipes across dusty fields and digging ditches under the hot California sun. As Josh later told ESPN, "My dad worked his tail off to provide for our family. If I'm half the man he is, I'll be all right in this world." When he wasn't working the fields, you could find Josh at his mom's restaurant, Farmer's Daughter. Yeah, that was really its name. Between serving customers and helping in the kitchen, he was learning lessons about hard work that no football camp could teach.
We didn't grow up in where we can just hop on our bikes and go to a buddy's house. Like me and my siblings, we had to figure out how to have fun.
Those long days of farm work might seem like they'd get in the way of becoming a pro athlete. But here's the thing. While other future NFL stars were at expensive training camps, Josh was building strength moving irrigation pipes and developing discipline through daily chores. That small-town farm life wasn't just his childhood. It was his first training ground. Before Josh Allen became the guy throwing bombs in the NFL, he was that kid in high school who was good at literally every sport he touched. We're talking about a guy who could lead the Firebaugh High basketball team in scoring, then turn around and casually throw a 90-mile-per-hour fastball in baseball. He even jumped in the pool during summers to compete in swimming. Talk about an all-around athlete. But football? That's where things get interesting. Allen started high school as a lanky 6'2" kid who couldn't even crack the starting lineup until his junior year. Then something clicked. In his first year as starter, he lit up the scoreboard with 26 touchdowns and led Firebaugh to a 7-3 record. The highlight? Beating their rival Mendota for the first time in over a decade. The kind of win that makes you a legend in a small town. His senior year was even more ridiculous. Allen threw 33 touchdowns with just 5 interceptions, leading Firebaugh to their best record ever. By the time he graduated, he had racked up 5,200 yards and 59 touchdowns, numbers that got his jersey retired, making him the only player in school history with that honor. The crazy part is, despite putting up video game numbers and being the best player Firebaugh had ever seen, college scouts weren't impressed. Now you would say, what was their reason? The competition is too weak. Imagine being the best player your town has ever seen, breaking every record in the books, and still getting looked over because you played in the wrong zip code. That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Rock bottom in football? It's sitting on the bench at a junior college an hour from your hometown, watching your NFL dreams fade away. That's where Josh Allen found himself at Reedley College, the only school that would give him a shot. But sometimes hitting bottom is exactly what you need. Even at Reedley, Allen couldn't catch a break at first. He spent his first 3 games holding a clipboard as a backup. But when he finally got his shot, man, did he make it count. First game as starter? 4 rushing touchdowns. By season's end, he had thrown for 2,055 yards and 26 touchdowns in just 10 games. Oh, and remember that skinny kid from high school? He had grown into a 6'5", 210-pound quarterback who could throw the ball through a brick wall. But here's where Allen's story gets wild. Instead of waiting for schools to find him, he decided to find them. Picture this. A farm kid sitting at his computer late at night sending emails to literally every Division I college football program in America. We're talking Alabama, Ohio State, everyone. His email was simple. Here's my height, here's my weight, here's what I can do, please just watch my highlights. Want to know how many responses he got? 2. Just 2 schools thought this kid was worth a shot. Eastern Michigan and Wyoming. And Wyoming? They only found Allen because they were actually scouting his teammate. But their coach, Craig Bowl, saw something special. He told Allen's dad straight up, We went all around the country, and there's only one quarterback we want: your son. The surprising part? Allen's dream school, Fresno State, the team he always supported, didn't pick him. Instead, they chose a quarterback who weighed just 175 pounds. Allen's response? He emailed them back: 6 feet 5 inches, 237 pounds. Just the numbers. Sometimes the best revenge is letting your stats do the talking. The 2018 NFL Draft was Josh Allen's moment of truth. After years of being overlooked, he was about to enter the big leagues, but not without controversy. NFL analysts were split. Some saw generational talent with a cannon arm. Others saw a project quarterback who might never pan out. The Buffalo Bills saw potential. They traded up from the 12th pick to grab Allen 7th overall, betting their franchise's future on the farm kid from California. The draft profile was brutally honest. Allen was raw, inconsistent, but had traits you can't teach, like the ability to throw a football 70 yards while barely breaking a sweat. His rookie season was a baptism by fire. Allen wasn't even the starting quarterback at first, but when Nathan Peterman imploded in the season opener with a 0.0 passer rating and 5 interceptions, Allen got his shot. His first NFL game wasn't pretty. 74 passing yards in a 47-3 loss to Baltimore. The critics seemed right, but Allen wasn't listening to the critics. By the end of his rookie year, he'd started 11 games, scored 8 rushing touchdowns, and showed flashes of brilliance mixed with rookie mistakes. His completion percentage was low, his interceptions were high, but something special was brewing. 2019 was the year things started to change. Allen improved dramatically, increasing his completion percentage by 6% and throwing for 3,089 yards. More importantly, he led the Bills to their first playoff appearance in years. The team that had been a punchline was becoming a contender, and Allen was the reason. Then came 2020, the year Josh Allen went from promising quarterback to absolute superstar. He threw for 4,544 yards, a Bills franchise record, with 37 passing touchdowns and just 10 interceptions. He finished second in MVP voting and was named to the Pro Bowl. The farm kid who nobody wanted was now one of the most exciting players in the NFL. What made Allen special wasn't just his arm or his legs. It was his relentless work ethic, the same discipline he learned moving irrigation pipes as a kid. Every criticism became fuel. Every doubt became motivation. From zero-star recruit to NFL sensation, Josh Allen was rewriting his own story, one pass at a time. By 2021, he signed a massive $258 million contract extension, becoming the second highest-paid player in the NFL. The kid from Firebaugh had arrived, and the NFL would never be the same. That's Josh Allen for you, a farm kid turned NFL star. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe to Beastly Athletes, and stick around for more stories like this. Got a favorite Josh Allen moment? Drop it in the comments.